Last but not least for today is the oak gall. You've probably seen these oak, they're called oak apples or oak galls. But they really come, yeah, you've seen them, the beautiful tan spheres. Later on they darken up into real pretty black spheres. But they come in all shapes and sizes. Have you ever seen the little bright pink chocolate chip shaped ones? There's about maybe 2 centimeters. So they are actually from the Cinnamon wasp, according to The Life of an Oak by Glenn Keeter. If you've ever see that book, it's a great book about everything you ever wanted to know about oaks. Cinnamon wasps are responsible for the majority of oak galls, and they're only 1 millimeter in size. And then they have a favored place in nature, and so what they do is they, first the wasp begins laying eggs in the tree's leaves or buds, and then nearly any tissue will do for it though. After the eggs hatch and change to larvae, then a chemical in the saliva reacts with cells, then voila, a gall begins to form, and the wasp inhabits it and metamorphoses and feeds on it. Then when the time comes, the little wasp tunnels out, leaving a little minuscule hole, and the whole system starts again. I happened to find a Pomo myth about oak galls. This is S.A. Barrett's book, Pomo Myths, and he tells of the story of Oak Ball who tricks Coyote. Usually it's the other way around, you know. This time it was Oak Ball tricking Coyote. In the account, an oak ball was seen drifting down a stream. Coyote was curious about why he could not float in the water like Oak Ball. The oak ball informs him that in order to float, you simply jump into the water, and after reaching the bottom, you naturally float up. After some trepidation, Coyote got up his nerve, jumped in the water. He did not, however, float up. He sank to the bottom and jettisoned roughly downstream, where he was drowning. So Oak Ball people rescued Coyote, dragging him to the shore to rest, where Blue Jay came along to squawk and annoy him. Some of the information I found in the B.K. Chestnut book is that oak galls that were about 2 inches in diameter and they were still green had juiciness to them, and they could be squeezed, and the tannic acid was used as a either an ink or for tanning and dyeing, and people have even stuck a pen into the gall, and they can write with black. Edward Atchison found that gallotannic acid helped the plasticity of clay, so I like that. Tannins are used today in chemical wood stain and found in oak trees and mahogany. All you ever wanted to know about galls, pepperwood, redbud, and so on.
Yeah, but just like that. But see, they used the head like this little doll for their doll with their children.
Oak gall baby.
Yeah, a little doll baby. But that's a modern one. That's not a doll.
Wow.
But that's just a little flower plant upside down, and the head sits on the top there, and that's just for the Indian children. And then our next thing is our sage. It's a blessing. Sage is used in ceremony. It dances.
You burn it?
You burn
Smudge it.
It's for smudge. that's kind of our sacred thing. And then another real one, because I don't know who it was, but she texted me, said somebody said it was it's called a lucky plant. It's not a lucky plant.
Oh,
it's
Angelica.
It's for like a blessing for all, ceremony that's happening in marriages, funerals, childbirth, everything like that. And it's,
were you talking about the sage or the Angelica root?
No,
This-
Angelica
okay.
now, but that's how that one is, but it's not a lucky plant. In a way, it's like, I guess the only way I would present it is like how the Catholic people have the oil. That's the way ours would be, but it's not a lucky plant. It's that serum, it's really, what we believe in, and we find it, I used to know where it was when I went to Harbin, but after that burn, I have no idea, did that whole place change? I have no idea, but I see it growing on St. Helena Mountain, but there's no way I can stop and hang around inside that mountain there to get it out. But yeah, it really, and it's used for, it's just like if, it's when it's really fresh, it smells like celery. And you can nibble on it to kill the bad breath. If you don't have it, you can nibble on it like that and go in. Stuff like that, and the root, you can just use it because it really has all the minerals in it. Some roots are really, this one was given to me a long time ago, but they last forever. And that's what that one is, but. And then, like I said, I brought the blackberry bush. Everybody knows what a blackberry bush is. They're just like star thistles, But the blackberries are really, really good. And then I bought the branch off of the black walnut tree because that was another. And these are the black walnuts, and how it stains your hands. They've used it for the marking on their face, or used it for decoration and stuff like that. But like I said, that's the best way to eat it after the hull comes off, and you just keep your walnuts, and then you crack them and eat them right out of the shell. Don't crack them and then put them in a bag or put them in a jar, because then you're losing all your good energy out of there. But that's what all I have. I don't know how we're gonna, and then this one I know nobody really, we call it our mountain balm. It kind of.
Is that your Santa?
How?
Is that your Santa?
I think so. What is it called?
Your Santa?
Yeah, that looks like your descent.
Okay, but we always called it a mountain balm, but now we used to go get it alongside the road, but since they use so much chemicals spraying the thing, we just boil this whenever you have a cold. Yeah, and you just, at that time, we didn't doctor it up either, but nowadays they put a little honey in it just to make it a little flavor. But then you'd soak your rag in it and put it here like if you had pneumonia or strep throat or something like that. That was to help it out too, like that. But nowadays, I see it way up on the mountain, but I'm not walking through
There
it.
used to be a lot on Rabbit Hill.
Yeah, and then Bottle Rock too, but they spray there. So they can't be used at all. Can't be used at all. And we used to be a medicine for the animals too, because they used to come and eat it for their sore throat. But now they can't use it either because it's too much chemicals,
What is your walking stick made of?
You know what, Bub Higgins made this for me.
Bub did?
Bub did. He gave me 2 or 3 of them up. But that's how good, pine is too. Pine and redwood, and that's, all Indians have this walking stick. We don't buy, or we don't even have a cane from the doctor. It's always one of these. Because the wood, like she said, the wood is alive. So it gives you good vibration in your hands, in your shoulders as you're going. And it stays strong to really hold you, but really a cane is just, I don't even know what a cane is made of. I guess it's metal or something. But that's I just brought that. Yeah, Bub Higgins made that.
Wow.
He made 2 or 3 of them.
Are there questions?
Just, you did mention soap root. Did you use soap root?
We have it out there on the Rancheria. You have some around your place. But you know what, no, we didn't. We used to go pick them just to go say we picked so good, but we never did use it in any way.
I had a class over with the Coast of New York, and they had us do the bulb, and you chewed it.
Yeah.
Terrible. You chewed it because it became a glue, and you could use it as a glue, and it's like, oh, geez.
No, I don't go that far.
No, you don't need to chew it.
No, we don't need to chew
But
it.
it worked, but it does work.
Just like I know that, because our next thing too is the tulies around the lake. They're really scarce now, and I guess that's because of the drought or whatever had happened, because we don't have that many tulies. But,
Building maybe, I think.
is that what it is? But, the root of the tulies too, you can eat them, but I'm not gonna try it because I don't know what's about. But, you know, that, I probably never would try it. I don't know if anybody tried it up that way, but I hear them talk about it, so somebody has tried it. I have no idea what it looks like or tastes like or.
I just wanted to clarify with the basket, you said you cooked in the basket. You cook by heating the stones and putting it in the basket. Is there water then?
Mm-hmm. You just use water and your acorn and you make your rocks hot and put it in there and just.
Keep stirring so you won't scorch the basket.
But I know a lot of the Indian people do have that basket because I've seen it at many dinners that they have, and they do have their acorn in it.
Watertight.
It is watertight, yeah. And then they don't go put it in water either. I don't know how they clean it like that with a rock, a stone, and I guess it collects
Spit
everything.
down.
Are there other questions? Please feel free to look at the exhibits that are here. And we have a gift shop that has some books as well as some pottery that Kathy has made, has thrown and put together, a number of different, and the Gibson Museum now takes debit cards as well as MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. So as you consider making purchases, possibly for presents or gifts or learning more about Lake County history, feel free to come and peruse. And we thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, ladies.